Henry Badley, St. Vincent-St. Mary. This is Ohio Sports Net.
At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 1, Johnny Robinson. For the Warriors, at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 10, for St. Vincent-St. Mary, at guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Javon Praise. The Walsh Jesuit at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 11, Joe. For the Irish at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 4, Josh Williams. For the Warriors at guard, a 5'11" junior, number 20, for St. Vincent-St. Mary, a 6'6" senior, number 5, Jeffrey Lawrence. For Walsh Jesuit at guard, a 6'5" junior, number 23, Mitch For the Irish at forward, a 6'4" junior, number 20, Henry Badley. For the Warriors, protecting the house, 6'3" senior, number 34, Don.
That's just the character of this group of guys. You know, we talked about it at halftime. It wasn't about execution. It wasn't about plays. It was about heart. Who wanted it most? And in that moment, you know, our guys wanted it more, and they showed up in the moment. And that's what life's about. Being able to show up in the moment. You know, great players, great teams show up in the moment, and those guys showed up in the moment. And I was just telling them that most teams would have crumbled under that, but we're not most teams.
Coach, what does that say about your team? Josh has an off night.
You know, it's a team. Guys are going to struggle at times, and Josh got into early foul trouble. Guys stepped up. RJ stepped up defensively. You know, Dom, John, Williams, all those guys off the bench. That's what they do, and that's what we've done as a team, and that's what teams do.
How about Henry?
Oh, well, you know, enough said. You know, he just he seized the moment. You know, and you got to feel great about that. You know, he understood that, you know, his team needed him, and he took the first two, he knocked them down. The next two, I wish he had kind of considered, but you know, when a guy is, you know, kind of feeling it, you gotta let him go. So we kind of let him go. I always, you know, I learned, you know, I heard something. Kevin Eastman, who's on the Celtics staff, not the Doc Rivers staff, was at the Celtics, now in the Clippers, but Kevin Eastman said something to the fact, hey, if you allow guys to take shots, you got to allow them to miss. So I had to allow him to miss, you know. But you know, the energy that he brought in those with the two makes made up for all the misses.
We just pressed them, got up in them, and then we just hit the open shots.
What was going through in the third quarter? You seemed like you were playing possessed out there, offense, defense, everything.
I was just playing aggressive, you know. We were down, and I was just trying to come up and get the win.
With Josh having an off night, do you feel like some of the burden fell on you to pick the team up?
No, not really, because every game we always have a different guy step up, and tonight just happened to be my night.
What happened in the third quarter there for you guys?
Turned it over and we didn't score. It's you know, against great teams, against teams the caliber of St. Vincent-St. Mary, when you have an opportunity to put them away and you got them up, they're not going to fold. You got to close the door on them, and you need to win games. And we didn't take care of the basketball during that stretch, and they capitalized like a good team does. They were able to convert on those turnovers and put them into points. And the stretch here, about 11 straight possessions that we didn't convert. We didn't attack the way we did in I think the first half. A couple of those we just didn't finish. We had a couple good looks, and we just didn't complete the play.
Which when you got that 10-point lead, were you thinking, hey, yeah, this might be our night?
That's exact. I mean, we felt it was our night right from the start. But when they called that timeout, the point I reiterated to them was they're going to come right back at you. I said we got to be able to handle it and respond accordingly. And sure enough, what do? They go on an 8-0 run. We got to call timeout, and then you know, that was a momentum switch. You know, we needed to do a better job responding after that timeout to kind of make a 6-0 run or something like that on our own. And, unfortunately, we didn't do it.
Are you one of those coaches who feels a loss right before the playoffs can be a good thing?
No. I think a win every time out is what you want. Now, how you respond to a loss, I think, is the testament of how good a team you have and what your team's character is. So I want to win every game we play. I don't think you go out there to say, all right, we lost, but it was a good loss. I think there's no shame in losing to a team like St. Vincent-St. Mary because of, again, how well, not only I think the amount of talent they have, but I think they're playing better than almost any team around right now. I mean, the talent is there, but talent doesn't get you anything. There's plenty of talented teams that will get beat by teams that are better, that play better together. But that team plays very well together, and I think there's lessons we can learn from this loss, which hopefully puts us in the situation again come Friday or tournament time. We're ready to respond a little bit better.